On March 2, 2024, British actor Daniel Craig turned 56 years old. He played almost 100 roles in films and TV series, but he will definitely go down in the history of cinema as one of the performers of the role of British intelligence agent James Bond. His Bond was not like all the previous ones, and many Bond fans consider him the best. How Daniel Craig went to fame and family happiness. Read in our article. Daniel Rowton Craig was born in the English city of Chester. His father, Timothy John Craig, tried himself in various professions. He was a sailor, worked as an engineer at a steel mill, ran his own pub. Her mother, Olivia Carol Williams, taught drawing. At one time, for the sake of her family, she left her job at the Academy of Dramatic Art, but her passion for the theater has not gone away. When Daniel was 4 years old, his parents separated. The boy and his older sister, Lee, moved to Liverpool with their mother. After the divorce and the change of residence, Carol plunged headlong into the activities of the Liverpool Theater and captivated her son. From the age of 6, Daniel Craig appeared on stage in various productions and even then decided that he would be an actor. Daniel studied poorly, but he read a lot. In 1984, the National Youth Theatre arranged an audition in Manchester in search of new talent. 16-year-old Daniel successfully passed it and moved to London. He had to earn a living in the British capital by cleaning rooms and working as a waiter. The future actor certainly wanted to have a specialized acting education. He entered the Guildhall School of Music and Drama on his third attempt, where he studied for 3 years. Daniel Craig has been acting in films since 1992, but for a long time his lot has been supporting roles. The actor was interested in different roles, so he gladly agreed to experiments and completely different roles in order not to become a hostage to one image. Until 2006, his filmography had already numbered several dozen roles. And then there was Bond. James Bond. After the release of Die, But Not Now, Pierce Brosnan said goodbye to the role of James Bond. They have been looking for a successor for several years. Craig thought for a long time about whether to become a new 007 agent, realizing all the responsibility. But after reading the script of the movie Casino Royale, he gave his consent. When it was announced that Daniel Craig would be the new Bond, the public was not thrilled. Is Bond blonde? Just think about it. Petitions have even been created on the internet demanding that the performer of the main role be reviewed. Craig wasn't offended. His goal was to convince the audience. The box office success of the film broke all records. He became the most profitable in the entire history of Bond, and those who loved him yesterday spoke enthusiastically about the performer of the main role. Daniel Craig was hit by worldwide fame, and he admitted that he was not quite ready for this. Many people call Bond performed by Craig the best. This is not just a macho man who drinks a lot and puts girls to bed with one look, but a mature personality capable of real deep feelings. The death of his beloved leaves an indelible mark on his character and runs through subsequent films as a connecting thread. Craig's Bond is more interested in his own happiness, and the need to save the world again is very annoying. But he has to obey, especially since everything is always difficult with personal happiness for a super agent. Having vowed not to return to Bond, Daniel Craig recently broke his promise by appearing in this image at a party in London dedicated to the 60th anniversary of the release of the first part of the legendary film franchise. Daniel Craig is a professional cricketer and also, like almost every Englishman, loves football and supports Liverpool. Given the physical shape of his character in Bond, for many years, going to the gym was a daily activity for Daniel Craig. After she agreed to play Agent 007 for the fifth and final time, it took him almost a year to get in shape. Daniel Craig got married for the first time at the age of 24 to actress Fiona Loudon. In the same year, 1992, the couple had a daughter, Ella, but they failed to build a strong family. Already in 1994, Craig and Loudon divorced. The child stayed with his mother, but Daniel never left Ella and was her real father. Subsequently, Craig dated German actress Heike Makatsch for 7 years. He was with film producer Satsuki Mitchell for another 5 years. There were rumors in the press about their impending wedding, but in November 2010, the actor broke up with her. At the same time, actress Rachel Weisz, who lived with him for 9 years and gave birth to his son Henry, announced her separation from director Darren Aronofsky. Daniel Craig and Rachel Weisz have known each other since 1994, when they played in the same play. Daniel was going through the hardships of divorce at that moment. After working together, he and Rachel remained friends, and in 2010, during the filming of the horror film House of Dreams, where Craig and Weisz played the main roles, feelings flared up between them. As a result, they decided to break up with their previous partners in order to be together. On June 22, 2011, Daniel Craig and Rachel Weisz were secretly married in New York City. Among the 4 guests at the ceremony were Daniel's daughter Ella and Rachel's son Henry. On September 1, 2018, it became known that the couple had a daughter. Rachel Weisz was 48 years old at the time, and Craig was 50. Having become a father in adulthood, he enjoyed spending time with the baby. Daniel Craig and Rachel Weisz do not like the press and do not let anyone into their personal lives, rarely talking about their relationship in interviews. And even the name of their 4-year-old daughter is still unknown to the public. Craig has several tattoos on his body, but he considers most of them personal, hides them under his clothes, and does not explain their meaning. Daniel Craig's eldest daughter Ella was a difficult teenager. She couldn't decide on a profession for a long time. At the age of 17, Ella moved to Massachusetts, where she attended boarding school, after graduating from which she enrolled at New York University to study acting. But she dropped out of college after studying there for a year because of depression. Craig was always in touch with his child and was ready to help. Ella Craig is 31 years old. Now she will spend her time in the cinema, periodically appearing in films, while in cameo roles, and is very proud of her father. Daniel Craig is one of those parents who believe that financial assistance to children can only be harmful, and has already decided that the fortune he earned, which is estimated at £1.5 million, will not go to his daughters. "My philosophy is to get rid of capital or give it away before you die," the actor said in an interview. In the autumn of 2022, Daniel Craig received the British Knightly Order of Saints Michael and George from the hands of Princess Anne. The actor was awarded the order for his outstanding contribution to the development of cinema and theater. The order ranks 6th in seniority in the British honor system after the Orders of the Garter, the Thistle, St. Patrick, the Bath, and the Star of India. Shortly before the release of the final part of Bond, the film No Time to Die on the big screens, Daniel Craig received the honorary title of Commander of the Royal Navy of Great Britain, like his hero in Bond. According to the plot, Agent 007 is not only a secret employee of MI6, but also the commander of the Navy.